George came to one of our mini art meetings and said, one of the main pod racers is not a very nice person, and he walks on his hands and drives with his feet, and he's small because he has to fit into the pod racers. That was my assignment. Okay. The week before, George had just signed off on Jar Jar. I was so happy I went home and had a party.
A purple Sebulba.
The fun thing was Jar Jar took 1.5 years, and I came up with this idea. George liked it immediately. An afternoon's work.
It's good to me.
That afternoon, he signed off on it. I was so happy.
He's great. He's going to be one of the great characters. He's going to rival Jabba the Hutt.
It was weird. It was the face that was really difficult to interpret from the drawing, because you can have a front view and a side view, and that's pretty much all you need. But it had so many intricate changes in its face that it really was difficult to figure out, does this go in, does that go out, whatever.
I thought to myself, what animal is almost always grumpy, or it seems to be grumpy? I thought, I know, camels. His face and his neck, you look at him, that's a camel. You start off with the basic camel head and stick on some kind of gnarly teeth and pointy things. I always call these things pointy things. People have different hairstyles and such, and of course he doesn't have any hair, but he does have skin. And so I thought, okay, I'll look at catfish. So that kind of gave him a dreadlock, a kind of a hairstyle, kind of a fashion. He'd move his head, and then just a second later, you'd see dreadlocks moving. That would be a neat effect on screen. So anything you can think of that could add just a little extra something to a character that's on screen, you add. Initially, I had him with longer teeth, but it was harder to make him talk, so we had to reduce those a little bit.
The fact that he can walk in both hands is the eerie part of this.
Bipedally, he could kind of move sort of like a chicken because his elbows would act as the backward-facing ankle that a chicken would use. Where he's leaping into, say, a pod racer, then you have to think of more like a jumping spider. A little bit of spider, a little bit of chicken. And he's painted kind of like a purple Easter egg.
When Sebulba and Anakin were at the end of the race and Sebulba's motors take off and then he goes tumbling, that actually was a model that actually tumbles and skids and then at the very end jumps up and stops. The camera operator said, well, hey, why don't we just screw a piece of wood in there so it hits something? They put bungee cords and then launched it. And that's what you see in the movie. And it just slides along and boom, hits that thing.